Hello guys and welcome back to Survivor, and we are at the final 5. We've got 3 episodes after the series, including this one. Next episode is the finale. How have we got here so fast? I swear I only started Vanuatu like literally yesterday, but then again, I think I started it in like September, so actually it has been a long time. But anyway, I'm very excited to finish this series, get on to season 10. I've heard shit goes down in season 10. I've heard there's some crazy twists and turns and interesting people, so I'm very, very excited. But we've got to finish off season 9 first. We're down to the final 5. Julie, Twyla, Chris, Scout and Eliza. Somehow Eliza has made final 5, even though every single bitch wanted her off that planet. Every single bitch wanted her off the island. Every single one wanted her gone. And she's still kicking and thriving, which is crazy, because if all goes to plan in this episode, Julie's the one going home. What's going on, people? How have Skylar managed to do this to everybody? They've absolutely twisted and turned. I'm impressed. Right, without much further ado, let's get into the episode, shall we?
It seemed like it was going to be just a quiet, easygoing night, but there was still a lot of emotions stirring in Twyla.
Oh no. Twyla, what bestie, what's going on here? Why are emotions swirling up inside of you? What's going on? Somehow Chris is still here. Final 5, last man standing. That's impressive to me. That's absolute. Like I said, I don't normally root for men on these shows, but this man, against all odds, still here.
I'm tired of hearing about it, period. The only one that I've got to condole with or say anything to is my son when I get home.
You know what? I feel like that's fair and valid. The only person that she really needs to apologise to is her son, because that's who she swore on. And I think that's absolutely fair and valid. And if I'm being 100% honest, I think her son would be like, do you know what? If it got you further in the game, I'm chill with it. I feel like if someone swore on my life and they lied, but then they were like, oh, it's for $1 million. I'd be like, yeah, as long as you run me 10 grand. If you run me 100 grand, actually, I'll take a tenth of it. It's fine. I'll take 100 grand. It's fine. That's more than enough payment. But I do feel bad for Twyla, because this game... Actually, no, I don't feel bad for Twyla. I don't feel bad for Twyla because you shouldn't be making those kind of statements in the first place. It ruins the integrity of the game. The whole game is about lying and cheating. So, like, I don't know. I feel like you shouldn't be bringing in outside, like, things into the game and swearing on them. Like, I swear on my children's life. Why would you say that? Because I have to trust you now, because no normal person is going to do that. Unless they genuinely mean it.
Your son? I
Yes.
up your son once.
Oh, boy.
I have been on your side so many times across the course of this series, but I disagree with you here. I feel like they were just apologising to you, and we've heard both of them apologise, and now you're just taking it too far. And I feel like it's becoming a little bit nasty, a little bit cruel. Like, they have apologised. Okay, just leave it there, please, for the love of God.
You know, she's the one who did it. If you can't live with your past actions, you shouldn't have done it.
Honestly, big fat slay. Oh, that line was incredible. If you can't live with your past actions, you shouldn't have done them in the first place. What a line. What a bar. What an incredible moment.
Why would it be a big deal to vote Twyla off instead of me?
I don't know.
Eliza, you got to get a little bit better at making your statements seem a little bit more convincing. Julie must have realised at this point that Eliza is in an alliance with Chris, Scout and Twyla. And now she's like, oh, why would it be a big deal voting Twyla off? And she's like, I don't know. Couldn't possibly tell you, because I don't know.
Sometimes when it's in your best interest to abandon an alliance, you have to do that to get yourself further in the game.
You know what? I'm here for whatever Eliza is going to do, whether she teams up with Julie, she tries to get Chris on board and votes out Twyla, and then it's just the 4 of them left. I just think that Twyla has kind of run her course. Do you know what I mean? Like, she's getting to the point where, like, she is kind of annoying me now. Like, my favourite person in this series, and the person who I feel has been so unproblematic, is Scout. I love Scout. She's so amazing, and the fact that she's here and she's at top 5, incredible, absolutely incredible.
I have to approach Chris in an appropriate time.
Once again, Chris is holding all of the keys. No fucker wants to vote him off, which is wild to me. How? Because these contestants had the chance to have an all-female final 6, and they squandered it at every single opportunity. Every single opportunity. This man has made final 5 and is about to make final 4. more because they are targeting the girls again. I feel like if it was just the girls, it would take a very predictable route. But so far, keeping this one guy around has caused so much chaos and confusion that actually it's caused a brilliant end to this series.
Today's reward challenge will give you a second chance at some challenges you've tackled in the past.
Oh, Scout. Oh, bless you. Oh, do you know what? This is why I love Scout so much, is because she comes up to every single challenge. She goes, for fuck's sake, Jeff. For fuck's sake, just give me a crossword to do. Just give me a Sudoku. That's all I ask, okay? Because clearly I can't do these obstacle courses. I can't go swimming in the ocean. So please, 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 just give me a chance.
The last two will race up and across a balance beam, down the other side, where using a slingshot, you must break 3 tiles.
I always love that, oh, we're going to add in all of the elements from the previous challenges. I think that's absolutely fine and dandy, and I love it. And I always enjoy being like, oh my god, it's this challenge from this episode. Oh my god. So yeah, this is really cool.
Chris is across, Eliza is across, Twyla's across, and Julie. Moving on to the next round.
Do you know what? If I was Scout, I'd have just been like, you guys go have fun. Honestly, enjoy yourselves. I'm not getting in this mud pit. I ain't doing that to myself. Absolutely not. Oh, bless her. I feel so bad for her. I just want to give her a hug and be like, it's fine. We still love you. Don't worry. We know you're shit at challenges and you haven't won one in about 50 years. But we still love you.
Julie's moving on. And Twyla moving on to the next round.
Eliza's like, for fuck's sake, the one challenge that I was notoriously shit at was the pig challenge. And what do I fail at the second chances? The pig pen! Oh god, I'd have been fuming. I'd have been absolutely fuming. I'd have been like, Jeff, what are you doing to me, bestie? What are you doing? Why have you brought back the pigs? Why have you brought back the pigs? This is targeted. This is absolutely targeted. Because if you think about it, the balance beam is there to catch Chris out. The tiles, Twyla was fucking shit at it, and so was Julie. So really, there's a little bit for everyone to be shit at. Bestie. Chris, bestie, there is a piece behind you. There is a piece on the floor behind you, bestie.
Julie's right. Moving on. Julie and Twyla in the final.
Now, Chris, you literally stepped on the piece earlier. So, like, what was going on there? What was happening up in this here place? Because you actually just mucked yourself up there a little bit. Not your best moment, I can't lie. Not your best moment.
Julie's first over.
Julie did that far too well for my liking. That was so smooth. That was so incredible. Well done, Julie. Well done. Honestly, now you just got to shoot some tiles and then you got your horseback ride.
Julie untying her slingshot. Twyla took a big fall on the net. She's hurt.
Oh, Twyla, what would possess you to do that? Oh, you muppet. You absolute muppet. She didn't think that through. She did not think that through.
Julie says she's going to win it. She's got 1 plate left. And she does!
Yeah, fair game, Julie. Fair game. You played that well. You played that well. You almost went out in the first round. If it wasn't for Scout, you'd have got out in the first round. But you smashed the rest of it, so very, very well done. The way you sped across that balance beam, I've never seen anything like it. Chris could only hope to achieve that.
Well, it's ironic because none of these people would have taken me, so I'm gonna take Chris.
We love a tactical queen, Julie. I love it because I know exactly why you've chosen Chris. You've chosen Chris because you need to get him on side in order to blindside Twyla.
Julie?
And I'll be your guide to the top of the Mount Desert.
I don't know how comfortable I'd be going to the top of a volcano, an active volcano that we have seen images of spitting lava, and I'm spending the night there. What if it goes off? What if it just randomly goes, oh, do you know what? Pew pew! Just gonna kill these random people that are sitting on top of my mountain. Living on the same island as a volcano? We don't have volcanoes in the UK. They don't exist. So no thank you.
There was one part when we were crossing the...
No. This is... Listen. I've never done horseback riding. And I don't think I ever will. I'm not scared of horses, but I'm scared of what horses can do to you, okay? I like looking at horses. I don't mind being around horses. but them motherfuckers can kick you and can throw you off. No thank you. I'm good. I'm fine with my cars. We're not living in the 1800s. We're not living in the 1700s. We're not living in medieval times. We do not need horses. Raw.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry.
Chris, that is a steam vent. That is hot, hot. Hot, 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 hot. You don't just put... Listen. You know when the waiter comes over and he goes, mind the plate, it's hot. Imagine that, but like 3 times as hot. Come on. Be serious, Chris. Honestly. But this is such a cool way of cooking hot dogs, I can't lie. Usually I just whack them in the pan and just hope for the best. In water, obviously. I made it sound like I was just frying the hot dogs.
The only one. If you talk to him, then I'll consider. She's like, I'll go along with it if Chris goes along with it.
Well, it's because she told me I'm the only one she trusts now.
Right.
Ah, interesting. But the thing is that Chris is most loyal to Julie. Eliza is most loyal to Chris. And has already said to Julie, yeah, I'll get rid of Twyla if Chris gets rid of Twyla. So, technically, they could just get rid of Twyla. Like, I don't see what the issue is. Where's the twist going to be?
Where are they? I am not telling you. T. Well, I'm gonna let if you ask me one more time, I'm gonna let them damn things rot in the ground.
Twyla, you're not exactly doing a good job of making sure that people want to keep you around, bestie. What have you buried? And what is going on here? What? I'm actually so confused right now. I don't know what to do with this information. I feel like Eliza's just asking a perfectly reasonable question and Twyla's being completely unreasonable with this.
She hid these bananas in order to help them ripen and won't tell us where they are.
I feel like that's just like a bit of bullshit, I can't lie. Like, come on, Twyla. You do better. Honestly, do better.
It just don't make no sense why she's being so freaking childish over it. I don't care.
It's so ironic because Twyla is being the exact same way that she accused Eliza of being earlier on in the series. And it's so funny to me that she's like, she's so childish. And then she's the one being childish over some fucking bananas. Huh? As much as it would be unbelievably cool to see a volcano in live action, I think this would genuinely terrify me. Like, I don't have fears of, like, you know, like, is it like megalophobia, where it's like you're scared of like big things? This would instill the fear into me. Standing over a volcano and watching the magma and see how far the drop is. I don't even have a fear of heights, but this would give me a fear of heights. I'd have a fear of everything after this. I don't think I'd ever be able to sleep again.
I saw a volcano exploding the whole night. It was one of the most beautiful things I've ever witnessed.
I think it would be absolutely gorgeous. And as I'm watching it, I'm like, wow, this is so cool. But if I was there in real life, I'd be shitting myself. Like, what if it just decides to come in my direction and kills me? And then that's it, dead? On a Survivor show? Is that really how I want to go out? Absolutely not.
Good.
Oh, good.
Don't change.
I knew that. I'm glad.
Okay, there we go. End of discussion. Bye-bye, Julie. Oh, that's a shame. I was really hoping Chris might, like, switch it up a little bit.
Twyla's going to stick with Scout. Scout's going to stick with Twyla.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That worries me a little bit.
That should worry you a little bit. Because if you end up in the final 3 and one of them wins immunity, you're kind of fucked and you're out of the game. That's why it's important to break up duos. Like, Eliza and Chris and Julie, they're not a duo. They're not like a tight-knit duo. They're people who are working with each other's mutually, like, beneficial. They're not going to probably take each other to the top 2 as like a definitive fact. Do you know who will? Scout and Twyla. Scout and Twyla will 100% take each other to the end if they win that final immunity. I think the smart play here is get rid of Twyla. Personally, is get rid of Twyla. Get rid of her, and then it's an all-out war between the 4 of them. I think that's how it should be, personally.
I don't trust Scout. I don't trust Twyla. I don't trust Eliza. I don't trust Julie. I think they all trust me.
How is it that every single one of the girls has unrivaled confidence and trust in Chris, of all people? He's the one that is holding the keys to screw everyone over. Literally everybody could get screwed over by Chris, and they all incredibly trust him, which is wild to me. How have we got in this position?
I'm going to tell you a story about a legendary man in these parts. Then you're going to have to answer a series of questions.
Oh, no. no, it's this challenge. Every single time I watch this challenge, I drift off halfway through the story. And then I wake up and they're asking me questions and I'm like, not a clue. Honestly, not a clue. Is this like the rope one where they got to like follow the ropes through the woods? Like that always used to happen back in the day. Honestly, I don't know what's going on with this show, but they love this challenge towards the final 5.
Before being buried alive, the men were given a strong brew of kava, not because it was customary, but because it put them in a dreamlike, relaxed state. The women, however, were strangled to death before being buried.
Huh? Sorry. This Donny was buried with all of his wives who were still alive and they were strangled just to be buried with him. And then all of his chief commanders or whatever were given basically drugs to make them not realize that they were about to be buried alive. Oh my god. That was the most harrowing story I've ever heard in my whole life. That was utterly what the fuck.
When Roy Mata conquered the land, what was his first goal?
Unite the tribes. No, it's false, Twyla, it's false. You're not even Twyla, you're Scout. For fuck's sake.
Scout got it wrong.
Oh, Scout. You had one job. Listen to the fucking story. They were strangled.
Eliza extends her lead. Back with her third correct answer.
I can't lie. I wouldn't even bother doing the puzzles. I'd just look at the answers and go, which one do I remember being in the story? Like, I'm not being funny. I don't feel like you need to do the questions. You can just look at the answers and go, I think the only one you'd need to do is the true or false one, because that doesn't give away the answer. But every other one, yeah, I could 100% just guess by looking at it. Like, it's not hard.
We're dead even between Eliza and Julie.
At this point in time, if Eliza's got 4, Julie's got 4, I think Eliza, if I was Eliza and I really wanted Twyla to be gone, I would just let Julie win. And then it's out of my hands. Oh, sus guys, we can't get rid of Julie. She's got immunity. I guess Twyla and Scout could try and push Chris into voting off Eliza. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Maybe it's not the smartest decision to lose this immunity challenge. Oh, I don't know what I want to happen.
Number 5, and with that, Eliza wins immunity.
You know what? Fair game, Eliza. Well done. I'm impressed and I'm proud, and I think you deserve this immunity, even though you don't need it. Julie needed it, but I guess Julie's going home.
Chris, Julie, and I are gonna shock the hell out of everyone and vote off Twyla, and it's a really exciting prospect.
Oh, why do I get the feeling that Chris is gonna vote off Julie and then Eliza's gonna be exposed as another vote for Twyla to go home? That's going to put Eliza on the outside, and then Eliza... Oh, God, guys. I feel like this is all going to come crumbling down.
I'm here because of you guys. It's not changing.
Yeah, Chris ain't changing. Eliza's going to be exposed. Oh, this is going to go so horrendously wrong, and I'm just not ready. I'm just not ready for this. This is so unfortunate. I just need him to clue Eliza in and be like, they're getting rid of Julie. I'm voting Julie off. I'm so sorry. Like, please vote with us so you don't seem like the odd one out. I need him to do that, please.
Still weighing my options, but I'm going back and forth like a teeter-totter, you know? I'm thinking one moment, I think I'm going to keep Julie around.
Oh, God, this guy's spoiled for choice. He doesn't know who to get rid of. He's like, either way, I make final 3. Perfect. Excellent. This is a great choice. This is a great position to be in. All I got to do is just stand on that bloody plinth for, like, God knows how long. And then I'm fine.
Whichever one of us doesn't win immunity is going up against one of them, whichever one we decide to vote off first, in a challenge at Tribal Council.
I
gotta say. Eliza's making some fantastic points. And honestly, I'd be listening to her and I'd be going, she has the points. She has points. She is making very, very valid things.
Meaning 100% we do not end up in the final 2.
Right.
Not Twyla like, hey, what's going on over here? What is happening up in here, this here place? What's going on? What is happening? Oh my God, that is hilarious. Not Eliza openly being like, we need to get rid of Twyla, and Twyla stood behind her like, bitch.
Chill out. You got one night that you know you ain't going nowhere. Enjoy it.
I will.
It's just so awkward. Oh my god. It's like when you've been chatting about someone behind their back and then they hear about what you said and you're like, oh, me? I said that? I don't remember saying that. Those words don't leave my mouth. Nah. I was just listening to people bitch about you and just sort of soaking in the information, you know? Just like seeing what people thought about you, you know?
Friendship with you compared to my friendship with Twilight.
Right.
And my friendship with you's a hell of a lot more than my friend. I mean,
Chris, you devilish bastard, because now I just don't know which way this vote is going to go. I think it's probably in his best interest to keep Twilight around. Not because she's gonna like help him in any way, but if he makes it to final 2 and he goes up against Twyla, I don't think that the jury would want to vote for Twyla over Chris. I think Chris makes top 3 regardless. I think easy he makes top 3. It just depends who wins that final immunity challenge, deadass.
Is there any way that somebody could be unworthy of winning?
I don't know.
That was a very politician answer. Thank you very much. I'm gonna need a more direct answer from you than, I don't know.
just tell him what you feel, Twyla.
Yeah, come on. Why hold back now?
Do you know what? I completely agree. Just say how you feel. Decisions are already made. Chris knows which ways he's voting. He knows which way he's voting. Okay? You're not going to be able to change that.
My personal opinion is yes, there is.
It's me, by the way, in case anybody was wondering.
I love Eliza. She's just so funny. She knows she's hated and she just leans into it and she's like, guys, it's me. Don't worry. It's me. Hi. What's that Taylor Swift song? It's like, hi, it's me. I'm the problem. It's me. That one. Yeah, that's exactly Eliza right now. I think Taylor Swift owes all of her royalties for that song to Eliza.
All the people sitting here deserve to be here. That doesn't mean that I like them. I think we all deserve to be here. We wouldn't be here otherwise.
Eliza raises a very good point. We wouldn't be here if we didn't deserve to be here at the end of the day, and absolutely fair and valid. I think each and every single one of them has a claim to win this, personally. I think they've done very, very well. Her bar about, like, I think they all deserve to be here doesn't mean I like them. Hilarious.
I gotta play the game.
I think Chris has played this strategically, and I think he believes that he could beat Twyla and Scout in the final 3. And therefore, he will be the person that chooses who makes it to final 2. But then again, the vote could easily go Twyla's way. I genuinely just don't know which way Chris has gone. I just think that would be his rationale, is I can beat those 2 in the final 3.
Julie. Twyla. Julie. Twyla. 14th person voted out of Survivor Vanuatu. Julie.
I think Eliza's figured out that she done fucked up, and if she doesn't win immunity in the next episode, bye-bye, Eliza! Bye-bye! Tough, honestly. It's rough and tough. I just feel bad for her, honestly. I feel bad for Julie, honestly. Like, Julie was someone that I didn't really vibe with at the start. Then I started to vibe with her. Now, like, I really did enjoy her on the series. I did not think she'd make it top 5. I really didn't. I didn't realise that she was, like... I feel like she skated through a little bit. Under the radar. A little bit. But when it came down to it, there was an alliance of 4. And there was a tight and knit alliance of 3. And despite her best efforts, she did all she could to stay in the game. It just literally came down to Chris once again being the middleman and the middle vote. That's craziness. Well, that was a very, very interesting episode of Survivor. We've got the 2-hour finale next week. Next week on Thursday. I will be 100% honest with you. Depends how long the recording session is, because I will sit there and I'll watch it, and it just depends on how much content I have. I will definitely do my best to get it into one episode, but if it turns out to be like an hour long, I'm going to be like, let's split it into 2. Let's just split it into 2, and you guys can enjoy it across 2 days. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed. We have our final 4. I feel like we have our path to the final written ahead of us, which is fine. I feel like we've had so much unpredictability this series that a little bit of predictability at the end is absolutely fine. But who knows? The jury could really, really surprise us. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Do all of that YouTube stuff that you guys do so well. And I will see you guys later. Keep on ranting. Bye now.